I mean, it's all, if you really break civil construction down, it's installing something at a production rate, whatever it is, digging, pipe, concrete, yardage, linear foot, ton, and
cubic yard,
right? It's like, it's a pie, but if you look at every single layer of it, there should be something tracked. And that's the bit. And I think that's where we spend a lot of time doing that and tracking our labor versus production. And I think a lot of people don't do that because they're good.
Sure.
They got good guys, but you want to grow and you want to do all that. And you gotta know. And I think part of that too is like, especially with the younger generation, is communication. Like, people want to know how they're doing. Like, if you show up every day and you just put pipe in the ground, like, good job, go home. Good job, go home. You don't know if you were a good employee for the company that day and made the company money or lost money.
Which I would say is the majority of the industry's workforce.
Yeah. But you start telling people what you expect, you noticeably see an improvement.
How do you do that though? Across such an enormous
don't get
expanse.
me, we're terrible at it some days too on some job sites, but it's like, hey, this is, this pipe or this, we expect 4 guys to get 200 feet a day. And we have all different ways to track it and nerd out and stuff over it. But you start saying, hey, Aaron, you're supposed to get 200 feet today. Maybe tomorrow we're going to get 300 feet. You start thinking about on the way home.
Sure.
How can we do better, right? And the people that do the work know how to, they're the ones that know all the tips and trades it's not me, right? They're like, oh, hey, what if we get this machine? We try this. You're like, that's a great idea. But if you don't tell them they're doing good or bad, you're never going to get more. And I think it's fulfilling too. It's like, hey guys, we're supposed to get 200 feet today. You got 250. Great job.
Yeah.
Oh, let's do this again tomorrow. Or you start getting competition going between crews. People want to win.
Sure.
I mean, look at amateur sports. There's no reward except beating your friend.
Well, since I was in the neighborhood, I wanted to get you back on the podcast. I know we talked on the podcast a long time ago.
Yeah. What year was that? I was going to look. 19 maybe?
2020. I started in 2020.
So in COVID then?
Yeah. You were one of my first.
Yeah.
And I remember it because Richard was like, man, that's the longest I've heard Alan talk.
Yeah, that's probably true. Yeah. People still find that. I'll get emails and people like, I listen to the podcast. I'm
really?
Like, wow, people are digging deep to find.
Wow.
So it was a good one.
I guess so. But
it was remote. We weren't in person.
No, it was remote.
Yeah.
But since we were in the neighborhood, had a few hours. Because there's been a lot going on for you this year.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks
very busy year.
Thanks for coming by. I guess who's hosting the podcast? You or me right now? Since you're in my office.
Trade off. Yeah. Whatever you want.
Yeah.
But when we talked, 2020 was when you guys. No, Paradise was in 21.
Paradise was 19.
Oh, it was 19.
Paradise was done.
Oh.
When we talked, 18, 19 was Paradise. 19 was Paradise.
Okay.
So we were done. End of 2020 was the start of the big CZU fire down in Monterey, Santa Cruz and all that stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was the first fire you guys did?
The first fire we did was the Tubbs fire in Santa Rosa.
Okay.
In 2017 or 2018.
So you haven't it's still kind of new, quote unquote, like that line of work. Like you're probably the most experienced contractor in the state of California doing it now?
Yeah, I think we've done we've self-performed more than any contractor now, I believe.
Which is wild.
Yeah, if you think about it.
In 10 years.
Yeah, less than 10 years. We started not knowing how to do it.
Yeah.
And California burns down more than anywhere else in the world. So we've probably done more of it than anybody.
What's the official narrative for why California is burning?
I don't know. I mean, I think there's all kinds of different paths you could go down on climate change, civilization, forest management. I mean, there's a bunch of, I don't know. I haven't really.
Which you've gotten into now too, which we can talk about.
Yeah, we've done a lot of that stuff. I think whatever's causing it, I think the people are doing a good job in catching up into firefighting technology.
Yeah.
So I think in the last couple years, I don't know how long it was, previous to that, planes weren't allowed to fly at night on fires. So they'd fly planes and helicopters all day long.
For safety reasons.
Yeah, and then they'd send them home at night, and the fire would keep growing.
Yeah.
In the last couple of years, they changed a regulation in California. I don't know if it's just California, but that's what we focus on, where they can fly at night. And I think they do a lot better job in preparing and firefighting than they used to.
Sure.
Meaning, in the old days, there'd usually be some sort of dividing line where a fire would end, like a reservoir, a natural break, or a highway.
Yeah.
And if you've driven through Altadena, like they just straight stopped a fire from one side of a residential street to the next.
Yeah.
Which I think just shows how much better at responding to fires we are as a society and preparing for fires. I mean, I don't know, 10 years, 15 years ago, if that fire would have happened then, I think it would have
taken LA.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cal Fire is a remarkable agency.
Yeah, you've visited them before, right?
They are so impressed. Every time I've been around those guys, I am just so impressed with what they do and the resources they have is compared to other state fire agencies, like just black and white.
Yeah.
I think it's more of like an overall conditions thing, like management, infrastructure, et cetera. Like Paradise was power lines.
Yep. Power lines cause a lot of them.
Yeah,
Right?
which was
I'm
like,
probably going to get killed for saying that.
yeah,
right?
but
it's
that,
true.
it
Right?
is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Like they've started a lot of the fires. It's
Yeah.
not all of them, and they get even if it's not their line, they get blamed for them. I mean, there was a fire in 2021 or 2022 up in Sonoma called the Zog Fire. It wasn't their line, but because they were connected to it, they got part of the bill.
Yeah. It's Paradise was the first like real big one you guys worked.
Well, Santa Rosa, that fire in 28, we were new. We were small. We had 10 to 20 crews on that thing.
Yeah.
Paradise was the first really big one that we were involved in.
When you say 10 to 20 crews to somebody, that's pretty big, but these are really small crews.
Yeah, they're about, the average crew's 5 to 6 people.
Yeah.
So four laborers, 1 to 2 operators. And then depending on the distance of the dumps, that could be 10 dump trucks per crew.
Sure. And the dump trucks are all a different
they're all
company.
Yeah, we've had trucking companies, but we subcontract and all that stuff out.
Yeah, and it's the fire cleanup, it's property by property.
Correct.
So each crew, you go to where a house was.
Correct.
Clean it up.
And then you go to the next one.
And then you go to the next one.
Yeah. You can't, in a perfect world, and everyone that's never done this work before, they'll come in and try and convince the state or something like, we got scrapers. We're just going to pile the whole neighborhood up. And,
take a bulldozer from one end.
Yeah. Why is it taking so long, right? And you can't, insurance reasons, liability reasons, you have to go onto one site, meet with the homeowners, see what they want done, see if it meets the spec, see if they want anything saved. And then you start slowly meticulously, you sort the metal, you sort the concrete, you haul that out to be recycled. And then you take the soil and the ash debris and haul that out. And so it's and then you have to get it signed off before we can go to the next one.
Sure.
And it all goes back to tracking for who's paying for it, whether it's your insurance company, the government, all that stuff. Every load is tracked. Every single load has an ID, start of it, end of it.
Really?
Yeah.
And the homeowner has to give you permission to do it in the first place, right?
Correct, yeah. So the homeowner has to submit a form called an ROE, which is a right of entry, to enroll in the, I guess I'd call it the state program, but sometimes it's the federal program, to enroll in the government program to clean up your lot.
And sometimes it's state funded, sometimes it's government funded, sometimes it's...
So it's traditional, it's gone...
It's been different.
It's been different, right? Whether it's... The feds pick up most of the bill.
Yeah.
And there's a second part to the bill for that. The FEMA, or the feds, funds 80 to 100% of the cleanup. And then it comes down to who manages and who administers the cleanup.
Oh, I see.
So
okay.
Santa Rosa, because it was such a big disaster, the Army Corps, the feds, managed the first part of it. Cal Recycle, the state of California has Cal OES, which is Cal Office of Emergency Service. They were tasked with cleanup. They've tasked Cal Recycle, who runs the dumps and all that stuff, to run it for the state of California. So sometimes the feds run it, sometimes the state runs it, and now they're in a method where they'd prefer the county to run it. So there's 3 different levels of who can run it.
Yeah.
kind of depending on how big the disaster is.
Uh-huh.
If it's small enough, hey, county, you go deal with it. We'll help you. We'll send you resources. Medium-sized fire, depending what Cal Recycle has available, they'll manage it. And like L.A. was just so big, the feds stepped in and ran that fire.
Yeah, so Paradise was devastating because it was like the whole town.
Correct.
That was just vaporized.
Yeah.
Because it was kind of based on geography and.
Yeah, there's basically one way in, one way out.
Yeah.
There's terrible communications.
Sure.
And it just, I mean, it's a remote area in the Sierras. There's
is
trees everywhere. There's tinder on the ground. I mean, it's like a matchbox. I mean, there was 88 people that terribly lost their lives in that fire. And I mean, you've driven up there. It's incredible that it wasn't actually worse than that.
Oh, it's wild.
Yeah, with how restricted the access is in and out of that town.
Well, and that one was wild to see because, I mean, everything was gone. Like
Yeah,
there
just
wasn't
gone.
just done.
Yeah.
I mean, they had built by the time I was there like a new Starbucks. So
Yeah.
there was like
Yeah.
one new Starbucks.
Yeah, there's nothing. It was,
but nothing else.
Yeah.
Which was, and yeah, I feel like I saw you guys in neighborhoods, and it's just there wasn't even one house that was like the holdout because some guy had the sprinklers on. It was just done.
Yeah, it was completely. I mean, it was so hot. I mean, that thing was moved. That fire was through there in a matter of hours.
Yeah,
the whole thing was wiped out.
So when I saw all of the stuff going down in January with LA, I knew you were going to be involved in some way because, like you said, you'd been on all these. I mean, you'd done Malibu before.
Yep.
Santa Rosa, Paradise. You've done
Redding,
a bunch of them.
Monterey, a bunch of other smaller ones all over the state. Yeah.
And so, while there are a lot of other qualified contractors at this point, it was obvious you were going to be involved in some way, and you were involved in a very big way.
Yeah.
In this one.
Absolutely.
And you focused. Did you do any of the Palisades or just Altadena?
We kicked off Palisades, so we did the first house on the same day in Altadena, and the first house over in Palisades. So
really?
The first house in Altadena, Anvil equipment held the American flag, California flag, and the governor was there. And then we drove over to the Palisades, and Mayor Bass was there with Anvil equipment holding the flag.
Really?
We kicked it off. We cleaned those two houses, and then we did a school over in Palisades.
Yeah.
And then we kind of just retreated and focused all of our resources basically over in Altadena.
So everything that was like what, first 2 weeks of the year, all that went down.
So
like
the fire
happened,
was like January 6th or 7th.
Yeah.
Right after New Year's. Maybe it was the 2nd or 3rd.
It took them a while to.
The fire wasn't like officially out, which out is a term that depends who controls and who pays for it and who controls access. Was the end of January, and we started February 1st.
But that's
with the first property. We were down there starting middle of January.
Yeah, and that's when I was out there.
You were probably February 1st.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but you
for the first school. You were there for the first school, which I think was February 1st. That was the first swing.
Property.
That was the first swing of the bucket.
Yeah.
There was a Sunday.
Yeah, it was a Sunday.
Yeah.
No one was there, which was to me shocking. It was like, I mean, it was like the talk of the world. I remember I was in Australia when the fire was happening, and like everybody in Australia was talking about it. It was a really big deal. Talk of the world. And we're there on this Sunday morning. You guys start, and I guess it's Sunday, so no one's even thinking about what's going on. Or from like a media standpoint, it's like we're the only guys there.
And it was so eerie.
It was really odd.
Because the official groundbreaking for the residents was like 2 weeks later, and there was cameras and the governor and the mayor and all that stuff there.
Yeah.
But it was like it was over $1 billion job starting, the biggest job in the world.
Yeah.
Or probably most, because you know about it in Australia. I mean, everyone's talking about it.
Sure.
And it was us. It was kind of cool.
It was, yeah. It was, yeah. I feel like I wrote about it online after. It was kind of cool. Disasters are so weird because they're horrible, but then the work, like I've seen enough disaster work where it's like, it's some of, this is like, I have to find the right words for it, but it's like some of my favorite work to see, and I don't use favorite in like a positive way regarding why the work is there, but it's so compelling to see just everyday hardworking people show up after something terrible happens. Like you
Yeah.
have the firefighters come in, they get a lot of the credit. Then you've got military, all these people deserve all this credit, but then they all leave. And then it's just like this burning heap or this like disaster, like a tornado throws everything everywhere. Floods just destroy everything. And then it's like, you have to clean it up somehow.
Yeah.
So it's just some guys in Tyvek suits and machines just going to work on a Sunday.
Yeah.
Like doing their jobs to get the neighborhood back on its feet. And that's what I feel like people don't see, or the news doesn't really care about, because there's nothing sexy about it.
No.
It's just guys doing work.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
I did not put that into the right words.
No. I mean, I think it's people ask about it like, what is it like, and it's sad work. But I think in Santa Rosa, someone coined the term second responder, which I think is like a really. Someone made jackets. Actually, I have a jacket around here that says second responder. Tubbs Fire, and I think you start thinking about that, and it's like it's 100% true, because we are the first step in people starting their lives that just lost everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, and that's a huge process. It's like, and we've talked to hundreds, thousands of homeowners, and I think that's a huge part of the grieving and recovering process, is seeing your house, everything you own, taken out in dump trucks, right? And I think like a lot of our guys, and I'll probably they start tearing up because the homeowners, they said they've prayed with homeowners before, they've found stuff, and it's really rewarding. It's almost like instant, not gratification, but you see we go build a water treatment plant. No one knows that's us.
Sure.
No one appreciates us building a sewage treatment plant.
And you
but
don't ever see the end user.
Yeah. The majority of the time, the homeowners show up, and they are super thankful for our men and women that do the work.
Yeah.
And they get to see that. Like that's like emotion and stuff. That's like real life. Someone's so thankful for what you did, and they're the ones that lost everything.
Sure.
Which is weird. So
Yeah.
it's cool. Our guys loved it. Like I'm tearing up thinking about it, because we've been through so many of these and most of these homeowners are so grateful. They'll bring our guys lunch.
Yeah.
It's like, we should be buying you lunch. You know what
Sure.
I mean? And they're
Yeah.
just like, thank you for helping me, and thank you for the process and all
Yeah.
that stuff. So our guys love doing it. You get to see people go through these processes. You get to help. Mm-hmm. I mean, think about it. You get to help a new family every 2 days.
Yeah.
That goes through part of this process.
But it's so cool. It's so, like, even building a road, you don't really know who's using it. Like,
Yeah.
you don't like flag the people down driving by. Like, so tell us, like, how do you feel about this new road? Like,
Yeah.
you don't, it's not as human, whereas this is just so
It's
direct.
so human. It's just so,
Yeah.
it's just, you are seeing these people at their, hopefully, the bottom, what I mean?
Yeah.
Like just trying to recover and get going, and they're part of the process. So they love it, right? I mean, it's tough. They have some tough days, they'll cry
Sure.
with homeowners, they pray with them, but it's cool to see. And the guys that thrive in this work really, really like it. But I think it's basically like completing a new construction project every 2 days.
It's
Think about
Yeah.
if you're like a project-oriented person, some of this big stuff, 5 years later, we have a groundbreaking, a ribbon cutting for a water treatment plant. Imagine if you did something every 2 days, you had people appreciated what you did. It's an interesting process.
It's almost, and it just looks so terrible when you start too. And then it's just this nice, tidy, graded lot when you finish. So it's just like even compelling visually, because it just looks, it's so. This one was interesting for me. Paradise, I mean, I feel like we visited in November, and it happened in April, if my memory serves me correct.
I think you got that flip-flopped.
Flip-flopped. Oh, yes, it happened in November. We visited in April.
Yep.
I did flip-flop that.
Yep.
But anyway, it was like enough time had passed where it wasn't fresh. I mean, there was still a lot to do, but stuff was getting cleaned up, and it was getting back on its feet, whereas we got to Altadena, and it was, I mean, I remember driving down the streets going to these schools, and like every other house would have somebody with, I mean, sifting through.
Yeah, they're still in the sifting phase, because they just gotten back in pretty.
They had just gotten back in.
Yeah.
The area had just gotten open.
Yeah.
And it's just you haven't seen, your house burned,
Yeah.
but you haven't been back in 3 weeks or whatever it is, and you show up with a Tyvek suit, a respirator, and something to sift through ashes to find something, if anything. But I think what people don't understand that haven't seen it is like this stuff burns so hot.
Yeah.
That it's not like there's nothing there.
There's piles of metal.
It's just metal.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like
asbestos, metal.
That's it.
And ash.
It's the whole thing's vaporized.
Yeah.
So it's
like
not like
car rims. There's no car rims. If the
No.
car burns, you see a frame and you see because rims are usually aluminum. It's just a puddle
Yeah.
of metal.
Yeah.
And some metal from your garage door and your appliances, and then it's just ash. It's so hot when those things burn.
Well, and that's where when I see the rhetoric online, like, oh, they should have just put it out. If they had more water, they would have put it out. It's like, I don't think you understand how this works.
Yeah.
Like you could have had all the water in the state of California. If that thing's gonna go, it's just gonna go.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of people ask me, like, Alan, what are you doing to prevent your house from burning down? I live in the East Bay, and I'm technically in a wildland urban interface, which is California's new code for
no homeowners insurance.
For getting dropped. Yeah, correct. Yeah. So I'm in that policy now, which is funny that I got dropped from my policy, and I have a house that's built to the new code.
Sure.
So they kept Grandma's tinderbox next door and canceled the one that's built.
Yeah, I love that.
That's up to the new code. And I think going through all these lots and areas before, like you said, I don't think there's anything you can do.
No.
There's all these systems out here. You can put sprinklers on your roof and suck from your pool and fireproof siding. And I think if it's a small fire, it's going to help. But I think once it creates its own winds and start moving, I don't think you're saving anything.
Yeah. And that's what's so terrifying about it.
Yeah.
If you're looking for another industry event that is a snooze fest, this is definitely not for you. But if you're a leader looking to elevate yourself, your team, looking for like-minded individuals that are hungry, then look no further than the Ariat Dirt World Summit, November 5th through the 7th in Dallas, Texas. In our third year, we'll have about 1,500 hungry industry leaders from about 500 companies looking to learn, grow, teach. It's going to be fantastic. We also have a world-class lineup. We've got Jesse Cole from the Savannah Bananas, James Clear, Atomic Habits, Kim Scott, Radical Candor, Mark Miller, Chick-fil-A Leadership, Tim Grover, who is Michael Jordan's trainer. You will not hear from a lineup like this anywhere else. So check out details now, dirtworld.com. You can use code Aaron10 for 10% off any registrations, and we'll see you November 5th through the 7th in Dallas, Texas. And I didn't really appreciate fully just the gravity of this one because this one was interesting too. It was just interesting in like the most terrible way because almost all the media coverage I saw was about the Palisades.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
All of it.
Yeah.
And so you sent me, the laydown yard for Altadena, and I was like, because we got an Airbnb by the Palisades. So I see the pin. I'm like, why are they all the way over here? I hadn't even processed that there was a whole other part of the city that just was vaporized.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like a part of the neighborhood. It was like the whole thing.
Yeah.
I mean,
it was like I said, it was like coming off the hills and burned everything up to a point, and they stopped it.
Yeah.
I don't know how many streets that was down, but there was more structures burned. I'm pretty positive there's more structures burned in Altadena than there was over in Pacific Palisades. But to your point, Pacific Palisades is where the movie stars live, where all the celebrities live. So that's where it's on PCH. So it's gorgeous.
Sure.
So that's where all the focus was.
Yeah. But that and that was almost like the biggest shame in a way is like this whole area is getting all this energy and attention, whereas all these people over here just had their lives deleted too. Yeah. And
I would say the government and ourselves was very focused on, I don't know if you'd call it inequality. Yeah. But it was very like, hey, Altadena is a lower income, not lower income, but lower income than Palisades.
But compared to Palisades.
Compared to Palisades, lower income, more working class people. There was a lot of focus, like this is the priority. Sure. Right? This needs to be done first. Yeah. So that was like the first house. All that stuff. That's the governor went there, not to Pacific Palisades. So you think there was definitely a lot of focus on internally in the government pushing that. Let's make sure we focus on Altadena and not forget about Altadena, which is what the news did.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I was completely ignorant, and I showed up. I was like, this is horrible. I mean, we spent a day just driving around because you had all the schools that you were doing. So we were going to it was what, 8 schools?
6 to 8 schools. Yeah.
6 to 8 schools. Like
Yeah.
that's how much area burned. Like
Yeah.
you don't have schools just hanging out next to each other. Like
Yeah.
schools are pretty
Yeah.
spaced out.
Yeah.
It was 6 to 8 schools.
Yeah. In a small, I mean, that footprint, it's tiny.
Yeah.
That's a tinier footprint than Paradise.
Yeah. Yeah. But it was thousands of structures. I mean,
Like 6,000 or something.
6,000.
Yeah.
But yeah, driving from one side to the other, it was just wild. But you guys, it was also really interesting how quickly you all got started on it.
Yeah, it was the fastest start to a disaster that we've been involved in California in the last 8 years.
Yeah.
I mean, usually it's 2 months from when the fire's out,
Yeah.
a month and a half to 2 months, and we were weeks.
I mean, Maui was many months.
Yeah, we weren't over there, but
Yeah,
I
you
know-
weren't-
I
you
know
were-
you went
but-
over and did
but-
some stuff over there. Yeah, it was many months to.
A long time.
Yeah, so it's usually a month to 2, and this was 3 weeks
3 weeks.
to get going.
And for even just you guys on the logistics side of things, like, what's the logistics like? Because how many crews did you have?
80 something crews,
And how many people is that?
500 or 600. Yeah, I mean,
And it's not like you have these 500 people hanging out at home just on call.
Yeah.
Like, oh, Alan called, we're going to work.
Yeah.
Like you have to mobilize a very large,
Oh yeah.
even just people, but then each one of those crews needs excavators
Yeah.
and pickups and like all of the materials and the fuel and everything required.
Yeah, it's a logistics job is what it comes down to.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean that's a lot to get going down there. I mean we've done a lot of this work, so we're pretty fortunate. We have a lot of people that work for us that know how to do the work.
Sure.
We've got a Rolodex of people that like to work for us that'll come work on these jobs. I mean the guys in the field like working on. One, it's rewarding. Two, it's 7 days a week, 11 hours a day.
Yeah.
For the feds. So they love, it's good work for our field craft that we have a great following of field craft. But yeah, it's a huge logistics, and there's a lot of gambling on it too, right? Because we didn't have a contract when we showed up.
Really?
I didn't have a yard. I was.
Yeah.
This is all part of Anvil's plan. Is we knew we had to get involved, right?
Interesting.
We didn't know we had to get involved, but
Sure.
we knew when these things hit, they hit hard. Meaning like all hands on deck, 7 days a week.
Yeah.
They want you to get going. So we, with our past experience and our reputation, we figured there'd be a very high probability we'd be involved. So that's when we started, mobilizing and moving and preparing and working in LA and getting ready for it.
And you were basically living out of a hotel down there for a while.
Yeah, I've been on like 50 Southwest flights this year.
Really?
Yeah.
You're just flying back and forth.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's only an hour, right? I could be from my house if I timed it correctly and no hiccups at security. I could be door to door in like 3 hours and 10 minutes.
Where do you fly into down there?
Burbank.
Oh, Burbank. Right,
Yeah.
right.
So Oakland to Burbank. So
And then so you started hiring guys, and then you had to lay down yards,
yeah.
and then you have to start gathering equipment.
Yeah, and there's we're not the only we're not the prime, so we're not the only contractor. So I mean, we gathered. We had 90 325s down there at the peak.
Wow.
And we did a third of the work, so you figure there's another couple hundred 325s that were needed in the LA area. And then you start talking dump trucks. There's 2,000 dump trucks
Skid steers.
probably on the road. Skid steers. Crew trucks.
Sure.
I mean, we've got some pretty cool videos. We have like streets lined with crew trucks.
Yeah.
We made them park. They'd be fueled and cleaned at night. There's 2 or 3 blocks of just perfectly parked
Really?
white trucks.
So you just park your truck and someone fuels and cleans them.
Yeah.
You had a whole crew just doing that.
Yeah, we work 24 hours a day. Yeah. Fuel. I mean, it has to go, right? You're working 11 hours a day.
Yeah.
And you can't stop during the day. So
7 days a week.
7 days a week, fuel at night, cleaning trucks at night, stocking at night, equipment moves at night. I mean, transports ran 24 hours a day.
Oh, because you're moving. I mean, if you're doing a lot every other day, you're moving machines nonstop.
Yeah.
Wow.
We at the peak, we had, I would guess, 10 transports working down there.
Just full time.
If you've been there, it's not big.
No, it's not big at all.
Yeah, it's not big, but that just shows you the scale of stuff that was moving around.
So it really is logistics.
Yeah.
And then all the dump trucks were hauling to local landfills.
Correct. Yeah, all the local landfills took all the material. We actually took over the client and us took over the local golf course that burned down. And we turned that into a temporary sorting and staging yard.
Really?
So we would take the trees, the concrete, and the metal were hauled there and processed into a different product to be hauled out of there in higher capacity trucks.
So you would chip the trees,
Yep.
crush the concrete,
Yep.
and then just smash up and chop up the steel.
Yep. Because then you can get, as opposed to hauling a couple tons out of there because it's not very dense, you're hauling 10 to 15 tons out of there to the end use facility. So it reduces risk, reduces trucks on the road. There's a lot of pushback from the neighbors about crushing concrete.
Yep.
But the government got through that.
They did that in the Palisades too. I saw some pretty cool videos. They set up on like a street.
I think they had there was a lot more concrete over there. Think about this, because just the size house, right?
Yeah.
Over in Malibu and Pacific Palisades, there's a lot bigger houses, a lot of basements, a lot of cliffhangers. So they had way more concrete and steel over there. So they had, at one point, they had 2 temporary reduction facilities going over there. And then we had the one over in, Altadena.
It looked like a ton of concrete they were crushing. It looked like a serious crushing operation.
Yeah, I mean, we were bringing in, at the peak, there was, between all the contractors in Altadena, there was 4,000 tons of concrete coming in and out a day.
Wow. And that is, I think, like you basically, it's this heap of ash and just burned, twisted metal. And then the concrete is like, some masonry block, fireplace, and then the slab is probably most of it.
Yeah, and the footings.
And the footings. So you're not just fire cleanup, you're essentially a demolition contractor.
Yeah.
Because the goal is to turn that over so that they can just build a new house there. Like,
correct.
There's nothing there, and they can start building.
Yep.
Whenever the check clears and they have the ability to do so.
Yeah. So it's all sorted on site, right? All the materials are sorted on site and sent out.
Yeah. It's just such an interesting line of work.
It is. I mean, it's crazy because it's like, 80 crews or whatever we had. I mean, that's like 80 individual job sites going on a day. It's not like what you go to these big dirt moving spreads where there's 500 guys on one site in the field. That's a whole different animal than 80 individual jobs going basically in one day.
And that I think people that are unfamiliar, they don't they see the scale, so you see the big numbers, but you don't really think about how it's all fragmented into these, and the lot sizes aren't all that big.
No,
like
they're
Altadena,
pretty small.
What's an average lot? I mean, like quarter acre probably, maybe.
I mean, not even that big. Yeah.
Not even that.
Yeah.
So you have 5,000 to 10,000 square feet of work area.
Yeah.
With each crew times 70 to 80 across a few square miles.
Yeah. Well, we had 70 to 80 and there was another 50 from other contractors. So there was 130 crews out
at any
the
given
peak.
time.
Yeah. And it was almost gridlocked. It was like traffic control to traffic control.
Well, even just getting trucks in and out.
Yeah. It was a lot of crews. It was pretty dense.
Yeah. And there was traffic control probably on every street corner in town.
Just about. It was like one giant grid.
I'm glad we were there when it wasn't going on, because it's I don't know. Yeah, like you said, it was eerie to just be driving around this. Because you could just drive in.
Yeah.
Like they had the military set up in a few places.
Hey, I think that was all.
But that was it. Like you could just drive around.
Yeah.
It wasn't closed off at all.
Which, yeah, there it was closed off. To get over in PCH, that was closed.
Yes.
PCH was closed for a long time.
Yes. It's open now, though.
It's open now, yeah.
Did you do anything on PCH?
We did a school and a house.
Okay.
That's it.
And there were a lot of contractors involved in this one.
Over in PCH? Yeah.
Yeah, just everywhere. Like
Yeah.
even guys, I was like, I didn't know they did firework. It's like they don't. But
Yeah.
now they do.
Yeah, I mean, I think there was a big need for resources down there, right? Because it was the government wanted to go fast, so there was a lot of new people were brought into the fire cleanup game.
Was ECC over there as well, or was that different?
ECC held the
whole
prime
thing?
in both.
In both.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they have done more than anybody.
Yeah,
They do a very good job at their contract management and holding these contracts, right?
yes.
They do them all over the world.
Yeah.
They know it. They're very good at managing, and they're very good at hiring contractors like Anvil or other people that, have the machines and people to actually do the work.
So they're the, for lack of a better term, construction manager.
Correct. Yep.
They hold the contract with the federal government. In this case, was the Corps.
Yep.
That they're working for in both
Correct.
places.
Yes.
And then they hire Anvil.
Yep.
To perform the work.
Correct.
And then Anvil, you have subs like trucks, for example.
Yeah, just trucks, right? That's
Yeah.
all we sub out. Labor is all us.
And labor's all you guys.
Yep, labor and equipment's all us.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then is it how do you bill a contract like that? Do you bill it by property? By man hour?
It's just, everyone's different.
Really?
Yeah, depends where you're working, how they want to set it up. So it's all. I mean, we've been paid just about every way.
Really?
We've been paid by the ton before. We've been paid by the day before. We've been paid by the lot before. So it's every different way they can think of.
So it varies by. And do you just submit a pay app every month
Yeah.
based on whatever the contract?
But however that contract works, however we're getting paid.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I think what was unique too about this one was the speed at which this was done.
Yeah.
It's how long?
It's the fastest. I mean, we're 98% done in Altadena.
Yeah.
And we were
it's
through like
July.
90% of it in
May.
end of May. End of May, we started downsizing.
So you started in February, March, April,
4 months.
May. 4 months.
Yeah. I mean, it was incredible. I think it was a testament to seeing the federal government,
Yeah.
California state government, municipalities, and everyone working together to get it done.
Yeah. So I think California is very deserving of a lot of the criticism it gets. I think it's very deserving.
Yeah.
However, I think there was a lot of criticism that was totally unfair, especially after the fact. Like
Yeah.
I get before, and I get it's happened, and we need to look into not having this happen because
Yeah.
this is terrible. No one wants this to happen ever. However, the response was quite good.
Yeah.
Like I don't think it really could have been better. Like the actual execution of how everything.
Oh
was
yeah, I
cleaned
don't
up.
think you could have. There's no way you could have done that faster.
No, I don't. I really don't
under
think
the
so.
current system. I mean, there was a lot of big contractors that thought they, like what we talked about a minute ago, come in there and thought we're just going to bulldoze this whole thing and be done in a month, right? Or we're going to use this kind of truck, or we're going to crush concrete on site, and it's all we've figured this out, right? Between
Sure.
us and ECC, and this is how you have to do it.
Well, you've done it thousands of times.
Yeah. We've tried all these ideas. I mean, like let's try this. Hey, it didn't work. You go to the next one, right?
Yeah.
And like I said, we started trucking companies just to control a little more of our costs in Paradise and all that. Yeah, it's incredible how fast it was done. I've never seen anything like it.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I think part of that was politics.
Yeah.
I think because the feds were in charge. There's an administration change going on. There's some fighting between, the governor and Trump and all that stuff. So I think some of that came into play, but it was a huge push to get it done, and it was done.
Yeah. When you moved in there, so you were the first. I mean, you were the first contractor
Yeah.
driving around.
Yeah.
So you guys took some heat too.
Oh yeah, we took a lot of heat.
And you personally took a lot of heat, which was wild.
Yeah.
For just being there.
Yeah,
Like
it's
you
incredible.
show up to help and get the whole place cleaned up,
Yeah.
and somehow you're taking advantage
Yeah.
of everybody.
Of the government system, right?
Yeah.
They took a lot of that stuff down.
Go figure.
Yeah. It is one of those things. It's, it's this, like, why? I guess it worked for that guy. Like, he picked up some business. He was a home remodeler.
Yeah, he was a contractor, wasn't he?
Yeah. I mean, he was cheating. He's probably in trouble with some people right now, right? I mean, everything he was doing was not right, but
yeah,
it's funny. Yeah, it's just like there was a lot of heat over that.
Even in comments I saw from all sorts of people.
The weirdest thing was like I didn't realize how divided people see NorCal versus SoCal. Remember, all the comments are like, they're not local. It's like, we're from California.
Yeah,
we've worked down here before.
State of California contractor's license.
Yeah, we've worked down here before. We've had an office down here. Like, we have more experience than anybody. And it's true. I mean, between us and the other contractors, we just crushed that job.
Well, and isn't that in everybody's best interest to have the best qualified contractors doing the work?
You would think so. But there's a lot of, it's just like you bring a new excavator. There's a lot of hate. There's all these keyboard warriors out there that just don't like. And like, as you said, like, you knew we'd be involved because we have so much experience with it.
Yeah. You were my first call. Yeah. But even the new excavator thing, that was people were harping on that. Oh, man, must be making a lot of money with all those brand new machines. It's like, I don't think you understand how the market works. If you go request 50 excavators, they're going to show up brand new. That's how it works.
I mean, there was excavators being trucked in from neighboring states.
Yes, yeah.
Right? And it's just, I mean, that's how it is. And the government doesn't want someone with a broken excavator.
No.
I mean, it's just like, oh, sorry, our excavator's broken. We're not a residential contractor. It's like, excavator's broken, we'll be back in a week. It's like, government's like, if your excavator's broken, we'll bring another crew in. Like, you're out of here.
Yeah.
I mean, we run spares. Because it's like, something goes down, and on a job that big, I mean, anything happens. I mean, people put gas in excavators,
I bet.
I mean, there's anything you can think of when you're running that many man hours that many times. And it's like, So I remember I got a call from a client. They're like, hey, we heard one of your excavators is down. Someone put gas in it. It's like, yeah. They're like, what are you going to do? I was like, well, it's already swapped out. They're like, what do you mean? I'm like, well, he's brought a new one in. We have 10 transports, so it's like done. Next excavator, right? Let's go. Like, that's where they hire us, right? It's like fast. And new equipment makes you go faster.
Yeah.
Because it's not breaking down. Now, I will tell you, the damage bills we've gotten from a lot of that new equipment is just disgusting. Because it's...
I bet. It was all rental, right? Most of it?
We bought some of it. I mean, we maintain a fleet I don't think anyone needs a fleet of 90 325s. Maybe Kiewit across the country or the world or something like that. But rentals, RPOs, a lot of it was our gear. Not a lot of it, but a certain percent of it was our gear. So there's...
But you sent a lot of it back.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all truck back now. We're down to 7 crews. So,
really?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're a contractor.
Yeah.
Your primary business is not firework.
No.
You don't just hang out and... The news, you look on the news, oh, fire, and you're like sitting there next to your fireplace smoking your cigar, like, oh, yes, more work. Like, you build stuff.
Yeah,
like,
we're a heavy civil infrastructure contractor, and it just so happens like this is, that's the guys, the heavy civil guys are the ones that have the experienced people and the equipment to do this work.
Machines.
Yeah, I mean, it's just really fast and really complicated earthwork. So, it's like, I mean, it is a struggle to manage when something this big happens, when Paradise happened, when Santa Cruz happened, like, it strains the entire company.
Sure.
Because you got to go pluck. Everyone feels it, right? Whether we always say it's like the whole company has to step up to make it happen, because you're plucking a PE off this site, and a superintendent off this site, and sending HR down there, and equipment's going down there, right? So it stresses the whole. It takes a village, I guess is what you say, for us to get that kind of people down there that's needed to manage a job like that.
Well, and while you're scaling up and hiring 500 people, you also have this whole backlog you're chewing through.
Yeah.
Like, you can't tell the city of San Francisco, hey, sorry, we'll be back in 4 months.
Yeah.
Like,
that's what I'm saying. It's like it strains the whole company, because it's like you're pulling off every job you have, right?
Yeah.
Hey, what can we get away with on this job and still be successful? But it's going to hurt everybody a little bit. Everyone's going to have to work a little longer and a little harder, because we're pulling resources from basically everywhere we can to get people down there.
This one was wild too, because it wasn't during fire season. Like, you have what's your fire season typically? Like August to November?
Exactly. That's what it was. I mean, it's what it was. It's just year round now with that.
Yeah, this was beginning
Yeah.
of January.
Yeah.
And so no one's even expecting anything like this. Like even all the I know the air assets down there, everything was under maintenance.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Yeah.
Yeah,
This
it's
is when you
January.
should put it in maintenance, right?
We need to maintain our aircraft.
Yeah.
And so they had to spool everything back up because everything was down. Go figure.
It just burns you around now, right? I mean, so it's like it'll be interesting to see what happens in the next 5 to 10 years in terms of water, forest management, on the state and local level. To see.
Yeah. But the crazy thing, all right, so Northern California, forest management, big deal.
Yeah.
I think it can be 100 times better. It needs to be. I think it's honestly irresponsible with some of the lack of forest management out here. But down south, it's not like there's this big forest
Yeah, I know.
sitting there.
Yeah.
It's not a forest. And
Yeah.
everybody was like, oh, it's the everybody became a fire expert overnight.
100%.
Yeah. So everybody is a wildfire expert.
Yeah.
And everybody knows how, fuel works and they need to maintain the forest. People,
Yeah.
how many people saying they need to maintain the forest?
Or
It's
rake
like,
the forest.
Yeah. It's like,
It's just,
guy, where's the forest?
Yeah.
Show me the forest.
Yeah, there was
it
none.
wasn't. There wasn't anything.
Yeah.
It just came down from the hills and just burnt all the brush up.
Yeah.
And then just ran right into the city.
Yeah.
And the city's flammable, so there you go.
Yeah, it's winds and heat. Wind is oxygen, creates fuel. And what's those things? Those winds are like 100 miles an hour on those fires.
Yeah.
It just whips through everything. So I don't know the answer to prevent them.
But that's the scary thing is like
Yeah.
everybody's always like, well, do you just manage your forests better?
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, that's for part of the state, but this happened in an area without forests.
Yeah.
So what do you do?
I don't know.
You're just the guy that helps clean it up.
Yeah, I don't know.
Wow. Does the government pay pretty quick?
They do, yeah. The feds pay quickly.
That's
No
nice.
retention.
No retention too.
Yeah.
Wow. But you probably, to start up out there, I can't even imagine how much cash you put out.
Oh, it was a lot. Yeah. It was a lot. It was
Yeah.
It was some stressful days around here in February.
Yeah. What?
Because
Yeah.
you don't know how big it's gonna. You don't know how many crews we're gonna need. You got to be ready.
So
you
it's
gotta be
almost
ready.
speculative in a way. Like you're kind of guessing.
You have to be ready because they just like we need more crews. We need more crews. You're starting now, and it's like, the federal government was like negotiating some of these contracts at night. They were working 7 days a week too. It was pretty incredible. So it was just it's like all right, we need 10 crews tomorrow. It's like, oh, okay. So you gotta have everything. You gotta be like 5 steps ahead of it, right? It's crazy.
It is. There's nothing else like that in the entire industry.
No.
Where you need 10 crews tomorrow for something.
Yeah.
Nothing like that.
No, there's nothing. Yeah, it's just it's go,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. You go from, you personally, you went from 0 to 100. Like you're hanging out. It's New Year's.
Yeah.
It's holiday season. And then the next week,
Yeah.
you're 7 days a week
Yeah.
in a different city
Yeah.
trying to figure out how this is even going to play out.
Yeah, we were all, there was a big heavy construction thing in LA called the Beavers.
Yeah.
Which is a big infrastructure. That was like January 12th-ish. And there was a lot of talk, hey, should this, there was a lot of controversy. And that's
Should it happen?
5,000 people,
Yeah.
in downtown LA. And there was a controversy whether it was canceled or not. And you forget how big LA is because you go downtown LA.
No, you wouldn't.
No one. There's firefighters staying there, foreign firefighters at the hotel where we were all at, but no one knew about it.
Yeah.
And then after that, it was just like I think I flew home and came back the next day. Dropped off my tuxedo and came back.
That is
Wore
so.
boots and was gone for a while.
Yeah, the Beavers thing's a big deal.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I'll ever be fancy enough for it.
Oh, you can go. You should go. It's a fun event.
They'd be like, "What the hell are you doing here?"
You could be the speaker. Come on, they're looking for speakers.
They're
looking for speakers under the age of 70.
I qualify.
Yeah, you might be the guy, right?
I think that's why I'm getting all these speaking gigs is like because I'm under the age of 70.
Yeah.
Like I'm not good. I'm just like, oh, thank God we
A little more
found
energy
somebody.
in the room. Yeah, there's been. I'm not going to comment on the speakers there. But,
Well, it's not them. It's the state of the construction industry and any event in the industry. Period.
Yeah. We need a little more young life in it.
Yeah. So it's winding down, and now it's just back to business.
Yeah, we're just, like I said, down to 7 crews. We got a bunch of unique stuff left, so
That's amazing.
yeah.
Huh. So that's the firework. You also got into the tree stuff years ago. So with, like we talked about it, the power companies, like PG&E got in hot water over Paradise.
Yeah.
Big hot water.
Yep.
Very hot water.
Yep.
I should say.
Yeah.
And so then not just PG&E, but any utility with power lines in the state of California and elsewhere started to have to widen their right-of-ways.
Correct. Yep.
And maintain their right-of-ways in a totally different way.
Yep.
Because they, like my understanding is, what was the original right-of-way for a transmission line? It wasn't that wide, was it?
I don't think so. They've certainly widened the. It's more. I don't think it's the transmission right-of-ways because those are usually pretty tall. You know, the transmission wires are usually pretty tall poles, so the trees aren't usually that tall. Maybe they are in some parts.
Smaller.
It's the smaller distribution stuff. You think about like the city streets and all that stuff because the wires aren't. You know, they're probably 40, 50 feet in the air, maybe.
Okay.
And they're not insulated, which I didn't know a long time ago. Which is funny that you think about why aren't they insulated?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it wasn't a problem 50 years ago, but you think, maybe it reduces conductivity. Who knows? I'm sure there's a whole people that are figuring it out. But it's like, why don't you just insulate the wires? It would help with some of this stuff.
Yeah.
Or why wasn't it done originally? I mean, how much more does it cost to insulate that wire when you're putting, you know?
So I guess, so the reality is they're dealing with a lot of old infrastructure.
Yeah.
Super old.
Yeah.
And so they had an idea where it was like, if the wind was blowing at a certain speed, they just black out.
Yeah, they're turning off power a lot more. All the power companies, especially in California.
Yeah, they'll just do scheduled blackouts based on wind speed.
Yeah.
Because it's
like a heat index and wind speed and all that stuff.
And heat index.
They just turn it off like where their highest risk is, and they turn it off for a while, but then they have to there's a ton of it takes a ton of planning because it's like you can't just go turn off a hospital.
No,
you know what I mean?
It's not like you hit the switch.
I mean, the houses they don't care about, but there's a lot of critical infrastructure that
hospital data centers.
Yeah.
But another line of defense is removing all the trees.
Correct.
Like hazard tree removal, is it called?
Yeah.
Is that the technical term for it?
Hazard tree is what we call them when they're burnt down after a fire.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, they call those hazard trees.
And you did that too.
That's how we got into the tree business, was because starting in Paradise, there were so many burnt down trees that were a public safety hazard. Just think about it. There's a couple 100,000 trees on lots and public right-of-ways that are burnt that could fall and kill you. You know, trees are dangerous.
It could kill you. Yeah.
So as part of this cleanup process, the state started putting in hazard trees as separate contracts. Okay. And we started looking at it then, and then they combined them with the fire cleanup contracts.
Okay.
There wasn't a whole lot of union shops that did hazard trees. Mm-hmm. And we also found a bunch of really fancy, cool equipment that can take them down faster and more efficient than by hand.
You did find some fancy stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so that was kind of how we got into the hazard tree world.
How'd you find the fancy stuff?
You know, I don't know. I think maybe the internet.
Maybe the internet.
It's
very European.
It's made over there.
European equipment.
Yeah, it's great stuff.
Yeah.
So we bought, a fleet of those in that Santa Cruz fire.
They were the Cinnabogans, right?
The Cinnabogans and the Allbacks.
Yeah.
So that was, and now everyone has them.
Sure. Go figure.
And they're great machines. The biggest thing is safety. It's like, you can reach up and take down a tree and not put someone in that tree.
Yeah.
From a seat.
Why not?
Yeah, from a seat. So it's like they're super great. They're super efficient. And we were always competing with a lot of tree companies, and the tree companies weren't operators. So our guys really excel with it because they're operators, and there's a lot of levers in those machines.
I see.
All right, it's like part crane, part excavator.
Yeah, aren't they? Was it German or Swedish?
Yeah. German. Yeah. I think they're German. I don't know.
Every German machine you get into, you're like, what's going on here?
Yeah, there's
a lot of buttons, and
the Allback has a microwave in it, so you don't have to get out for lunch.
A microwave.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, that's fancy.
Yeah.
And so you get into the tree business, and now you do a lot of that.
Yeah. So then we got into the power line side of it, so trimming trees and taking down trees around power lines. which is a whole different animal. That's more tree trimming than removal, which is a lot of bucket truck work. And we use some of the Cenoboggans and Allbacks for that. But that's it's almost like a maintenance business because those trees grow every year.
Sure.
It's pretty crazy that the amount of work it takes to maintain the power lines in California to keep trees away from them.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably, every state has trees. I think California maybe has stricter standards on it. I don't know.
Yeah, but I also think people forget how big California is.
Yeah.
And how many damn people are here. Is it the most populous state in the United States? I think, yeah. It has
It's the third biggest economy in the world, yeah.
Yeah.
It's 40 million people. I mean,
Yeah.
I think it's like, I don't know. I think our economy, it's either our economy or people is as big as like 20 other states.
Okay.
I mean, it's massive.
It's giant. Yeah. But even just the expanse, like just how much
it's
there
huge.
is, it's so big.
Yeah.
It's so big. And so even just maintaining everything is a lot of work.
Yeah.
How many people are in the tree business?
A couple hundred.
So that's
It's a big business.
But again, it's crazy that you guys, like 2020, you weren't in the tree business.
No. Yeah.
Hadn't
I hadn't got down a tree.
touched a tree. Now you have a few hundred people cutting trees down every day.
Every day, yeah.
Like you're probably one of the biggest forestry contractors in the state.
We kind of figured out there's a couple different types of tree businesses, right? There's like, we were the hazard tree companies, which is take down burnt trees. And then there's like loggers. Sure. We looked at some logging where you can't compete with loggers.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, they've been doing it multi-generational. Mm-hmm. They're really good at it. The whole family works in the business. They maintain their equipment themselves, right? A union guy can't compete in the logging world. Mm-hmm. And there's the municipal side or utility side, which is trimming for the power companies. And we're pretty small on that power side of the house, actually.
I see.
Yeah, there's some there's nationwide companies.
There's what's the one with the orange trucks everywhere?
Asplund.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're huge. They're doing it all over the country, right? So, it's an interesting business.
It's a very interesting. It's stuff you don't think about.
No.
You don't think about it at all.
No, yeah. I mean, it's crazy what it takes to. And that's a logistics business too. Think about it. We cut down 600 or touch 600 trees a day.
600 trees a day.
Yeah, trim or cut down.
And some of these, I mean, it's pretty remote. Some of these places.
Yeah.
The hazard tree stuff. You're out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
So a lot of them. Are you working away from home with a lot of this stuff?
Well, the utility business we're in Sonoma County, so it's one county, which is good. So it's just like maintaining and working that. But Sonoma's a huge county; it goes all the way from the coast to the wine region. So it's a big area. But yeah, luckily that's centralized, and then the rest of the tree business, whether hazard or thinning or whatever, it could be all over California, depending on the job.
It's so. I talk about you guys all the time because it's you just have such an odd business, and then you'll be building like a water treatment plant over here, or like some of the stuff you do in San Francisco is pretty high profile too.
Yeah,
like what was it, the Presidio?
Yeah, we did the Presidio, big inland marsh and stuff there.
That was neat.
Yeah, so we've done. I mean, we like our team to hire and maintain top talent. You got to have interesting projects, right? You got to challenge them every day. So our guys don't like doing the same thing every day. So they like the challenging and unique infrastructure projects is what keeps people wanting to come here.
I think that's a core point a lot of people miss, is that if you want top people and very hungry, motivated people, you have to offer them a top-notch product.
Yeah.
Like it's just basic business.
Yeah.
Like your people are your customers, and it's no different. Like if you want great customers, you need to offer a great product.
Yeah.
The company and your workforce, same principle.
Yeah.
Same principle.
Yeah.
The best people, they want tough stuff. They want to be challenged. They want to also work with more great people. They want a compelling mission. And that's, I think, I get frustrated with employers because they're so entitled. So you have all these employers accusing this next generation of being entitled.
Yeah.
While they're the ones, it's like, you're entitled though.
Yeah.
You think you're entitled to the next generation.
Yeah.
What have you done to deserve it?
Yeah.
Oh, you offer a paycheck. Cool.
Yeah.
I can get that in a lot of places right now.
Yeah.
Like it just doesn't, to me, it almost doesn't make sense. Like to complain in a way about lacking a workforce. Like, well, that's my responsibility.
Yeah. There's a lot of people that aren't doing anything to build a workforce, right? I think we could all do more. You've been talking about this for years, right? And I think in terms of like the youngest generation and the older generation that's getting ready to go out, I couldn't think of two like different generations. You know what I mean? They're like completely opposite, where it's like the old school construction guys, like the only reason you knew you were doing a good job is if you weren't getting yelled at.
Yeah.
And the younger generation is constant positive attaboys. So
purpose.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
why am I here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You see a lot more of that. These, so it's a big divide. Like, I don't think you have that same age in a different industry. I don't think you have that old school mentality in a lot of different industries. So that gap, you have to work a lot on it, right? It's a lot more communication, a lot of purpose. I mean, it is the workforce. So it's, you either accept it or you don't, right?
Yeah.
You're not going to succeed as a company if you don't figure out how to make your place a good place to work and want them to work here. And a lot of it's challenging them, like we said, right? And working with other people that are motivated. They want to be around that and a good product.
I think a lot of the fire guys I've been around, they're all younger, it seems like.
From our team?
Yeah. It seems like a lot of younger folks out there.
Yeah.
How do you communicate with like 500 plus people that you've just hired in a 60-day window? Like does that not keep you up at night? Cause they're all wearing the company name.
Oh, it's scary.
They all have an Anvil vest on.
Yeah. I mean, it's scary at night, right? That just thinking about all the representatives of Anvil out there that weren't our key employees.
Yeah.
Right? They haven't been vetted 100% like we would on a normal civil job. And I think we have the guys and girls that run these fires for us have a very regimented system that they've developed over the years. And it's layers and layers of management all the way down and holding people accountable and setting up simple systems. It's like this person manages this many people, that level of people gets managed by this many people, this is what's expected every day. If you don't do it, you're gone. Sure. You have to kind of manage it with an iron fist, and that's what they do. And because there's just, if you don't, it's too big of a workforce out there. Yeah, it goes up. And they do a great job communicating. I mean, that's what they do. They have meetings a couple times a day with different levels of management, and they have done a great job. And we've also been developing this management system for these fires for 7 or 8 years now. Okay. And we get a lot of those key people are on.
I got you.
They're key Anvil positions.
That makes sense. Does some of the stuff you've learned on fires also apply to the civil side of the business?
Yeah, 100%. It's all. At the end of the day, we manage people, right? And we set expectations and we manage them. And there's a lot of tracking that we do on the fire system. So we always, our tracking and all that stuff gets better on our civil jobs when all these people return from the fires. It's civil work at the end of the day. It's just a big scale.
It's a big scale, but small projects.
Yeah. But you got to track each project, I mean, every project has got to be, I mean, you have to have a USA dig ticket for every house.
Really?
You have to it has to get down, has to be through USA, has to have all the markings on. Even though there's no utilities live in these neighborhoods, we have to cover ourselves under California code. We have to have a dig ticket for every property. And that dig ticket has to get all the way to the individual crew. So just think about that, like trying to get thousands of tickets down to the guy managing each individual site every day. Yeah.
Yeah, just dig tickets on one site's a nightmare.
Yeah.
I've done that.
Yeah.
Not even in California.
Yeah.
I bet
it's about the same, but still, think about it. Thousands of tickets.
Yeah. And even in every truckload's tracked.
Yep.
And everyone's in plastic. Even that alone.
Yeah.
You have guys that are just putting plastic over.
I mean, plastic was coming in by the truckload, like semi-truckload.
Yeah.
I think it was like 2 trucks a week.
Because you're basically just making like your triaxle or tandem or whatever it is just like a giant trash can.
Yeah.
And you're making a giant trash
A liner.
bag.
Yeah.
A
Yeah.
liner.
Yeah. They used to call it burrito wrapping, but now they said you can't call it that anymore. Yeah. It was like line. It would stay. It said in the statement of work like trucks must be burrito wrapped, and now it's like trucks must be lined.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. We had to rework that.
Yeah.
But even just that, I mean, you have tens of thousands of loads
Yeah.
that you have to wrap individually.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even know what we spent on plastic on that job. I'm sure it's got 2 commas in it.
And you must have been one of the biggest buyers of caution tape.
Yeah.
Like caution tape and
Tyvek suits, because they go through.
Tyvek suits.
Tyvek suits. The guys go through 4 or 5 a day. Respirators, caution tape, plastic. I mean, it was just simple stuff. You get down to like water and ice
water and ice.
for 80 crews.
Yeah. Yeah, even distributing that.
Yeah, it's a lot. Fuel. I mean, fuel at night, right? I mean, people think about fuel, but ice, like literally. I mean, 80 crews need water and ice every day.
Yeah. It is interesting, though, how it probably would make you a much better civil contractor doing this kind of work.
Yeah, you break it down.
Yeah.
It just becomes simple steps, right?
And you create a system.
You create a system.
Like, I think that's what's missing oftentimes in civil construction is there's this uniqueness bias that I think a lot of contractors have about their projects.
Yeah.
And how everyone is so different.
Yeah.
And it's like, yes, that is true. However, they're not that different in the grand scheme of things. Like you can still create a system and process
Yeah.
that can be adhered to.
100%.
But a lot of times it's just like winging it. And I don't say that in a negative way. It's maybe like the old man of the business.
Yeah.
He's been flying by the seat of his pants, and
Yeah.
it's worked out great for 40 years, but then it can't survive past him because there's no system and process for anybody else to pick up.
Yeah. I mean, if you really break civil construction down, it's installing something at a production rate, whatever it is, digging, pipe, concrete, yardage, linear foot, ton, and
Cubic yard.
yard, right? It's like, it's a pie, but if you look at every single layer of it, there should be something tracked. And that's the bit, and I think that's where we spend a lot of time doing that and tracking our labor versus production. And I think a lot of people don't do that because they're good.
Sure.
They got good guys, but you want to grow and you want to do all that, you gotta know. And I think part of that too is like, especially with the younger generation, is communication. Like people want to know how they're doing. Like if you show up every day and you just put pipe in the ground, like good job, go home. Good job, go home. You don't know if you were a good employee for the company that day and made the company money or lost money.
Which I would say is the majority of the industry's workforce.
Yeah. But you start telling people what you expect, you noticeably see an improvement.
How do you do that though across such an enormous
don't get me
expanse?
wrong, we're terrible at it some days too on some job sites, but it's like, hey, this is this pipe or this we expect 4 guys to get 200 feet a day, and we have all different ways to track it and nerd out and stuff over it. But you start saying, hey, Aaron, you're supposed to get 200 feet today. Maybe tomorrow we're going to get 300 feet. You start thinking about on the way home.
Sure.
How can we do better, right? And the people that do the work know how to. They're the ones that know all the tips and trades it's not me, right? They're like, oh, hey, what if we get this machine? We try this. You're like, that's a great idea. But if you don't tell them they're doing good or bad, you're never going to get more. And I think it's fulfilling too. It's like, hey guys, we're supposed to get 200 feet today. You got 250. Great job.
Yeah.
Oh, let's do this again tomorrow. Or you start getting competition going between crews. People want to win.
Sure.
I mean, look at amateur sports. There's no reward except beating your friend.
Yeah.
So you start getting, you start getting some competition going on, and that's how I think a lot of companies don't do that. I mean, you start going to any management training from like FMI or anything like that, and that's what they preach, right? You got to track what you're doing.
Yeah, thinking through the whole fire cleanup down there too, big picture, I don't, there's a lot of criticism of projects that are not, the United States, we're not as good at building big projects anymore, I feel like.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff runs over.
Yeah.
budget blows budget. I mean, there's a project in the Central Valley right now that's just.
Oh yeah, it's all over the news.
That has.
Yeah.
I've been talking about it. It's
Yeah.
like, that makes other blown budgets look pretty straightforward. But this was a good example, even in the state of California. There's no more restrictive environment for the sake of building things than California.
Correct.
And even in that environment, you were able to pull like the amount of work performed, and just the scope of that. Like you said, this $1 billion project in the course of 4 months.
Yeah.
It's just it's incredible.
Yeah.
It's like I don't feel like enough people are talking about it, but I don't think they totally understand what goes into it, and it's not talked about in general, really.
Yeah.
But as far as civil construction and just construction work in general, like I don't think there's few more impressive projects recently in the past 5 years than something like that.
Well, just the amount, like to your point, removing like government agencies working together, removing restrictions, and wanting to get stuff done. The amount of stuff, the amount of work that can get done. It's, and we always, if you look at, because there's not really any materials on these jobs. I mean, there's dump fees and trucking, but like let's just say the overall contract was $1 billion for ECC, who knows what it was. Like that in a normal scope of work, like $1 billion in 6 months is like, that's a $10 billion normal job.
Yeah, because
it's 5 years, but just like think about it, like $1 billion in 6 months. There's no job that does that. Sure. So that'd have to be like a $10 billion job over 5 years to make that happen, right? It's just it's the scale of it is just insane.
Yeah.
And yeah, the fact that all the entities were able to get together and remove all the red tape and work together. I mean, there was a lot of complaints from private contractors, like, hey, why is the federal contractors allowed to go so fast, and we should be able to do this? And it's kind of like, well, this is like kind of what we voted for in California, and it's like now they're here to help. You can't complain they're going fast. So get in the program.
But even then, though, I do think that's a great point. I think if you want something done quickly, it can still happen quickly if you're reasonable with it. But two, it wasn't like you were starting from one side of the neighborhood with the line of bulldozers and just like, let's just blow and go. Like, let's just delete the whole place, start over.
Yeah.
Like, you were still in pretty restrictive.
It'd be a pretty funny like picture to map out of like the crisscrossing of the crews in Altadena. It looked like a 4-year-old drew it. It's like this way, cross passing. I mean, it's sure you probably couldn't drive a longer route to every house there.
Yeah.
In terms of just like when stuff became available.
But it
was so small, it didn't matter, right? So it's like, all right, what's it going to take you 5 more minutes to move the crew across town as opposed to one to the next? So.
It's crazy to think about.
Yeah, it's wild.
Wasn't that video cool that I sent you the other day?
About the time flying over.
Yeah.
It's going to be very interesting to see what California does with building permits and rebuilding, to see if this might. I'm hoping this is like the peak or the bottom, depending on how you say it, of over-regulation in California to get some stuff done.
I don't envy California at all. They've got a serious problem.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be, and I think in terms of getting that reformed, like the people of Pacific Palisades have microphones at various levels across state and local and federal politics to hopefully, try and get some streamlined permitting and all that stuff. I know the governor's passed a bunch of things.
Yeah.
Trying. We'll see. I haven't really followed about rebuilding yet. Hopefully it works.
Are they rebuilding down there yet? Do you know?
I'm sure there's a couple.
Yeah.
That have started.
Yeah, I went to I was in Maui in February.
Okay. And how rebuilt is Maui?
Not even close. I mean, it was cleaned up.
Yeah.
Not even close. I mean, the whole city, like or not like city, but like the town of Lahaina It's right on the ocean.
Yeah.
And they haven't been able to, or I don't know where it's at now, but when I was there, I mean, it was, when did it happen? Last August? Or was it 2 years?
At least a year and a half ago.
So it's 2 years this August.
Yeah, because it wouldn't have been, it took a year to clean up. So it would have been 23 August.
So so 2 years.
Yeah.
Almost 2 years ago.
Yeah, exactly.
They hadn't touched the whole town because there was this, well, we can't rebuild on that close to the ocean. There has to be a setback. But then if there's a setback, half the town's gone. It's like, well, so then what do you do? Like,
so have they rebuilt any of that stuff on the ocean?
they hadn't touched it when I was there.
When were you there?
The whole area was closed off still.
When were you there?
February.
See, that's the.
And then I know people building houses, but they with no building permits.
Really?
Yeah, because they were just like, we can't get building permits. What are we supposed to do?
Yeah.
Like, what do you want us to do?
Yeah.
And so they all the people were building without building permits.
I see that.
Which is crazy.
That's unacceptable from a governance level of whatever level you want to say that's at. I mean, that's not acceptable.
Well, and then there you had the logistics of the waste. So they hauled everything to a
temporary cell.
Yeah, but it's lined. Like it could be a permanent cell.
Yeah.
But it's a temporary cell.
Yeah.
So now I think it's happening as we speak.
It's is. They're moving it right now.
All hauled to the middle of Maui.
Yeah.
The whole pile that they just hauled there is now being hauled all like pretty far away.
Yeah.
It's
wild.
Wild.
It's wild. It's the government at work.
It's the government at work, yeah.
Yeah, so it'd be interesting to see in Pacific Palisades with all that stuff on PCH, what's going to happen with those rebuilds if they're going to allow it, right? I mean, we have.
Yeah, that's the same problem.
Yes. There's I'm sure Hawaii has the same thing. There's California Coastal Commission, which is already starting to take a lot of heat from celebrities and all that stuff to see if that stuff gets rebuilt.
Sure. Yeah, because you
couldn't build that stuff today.
Yeah, you were grandfathered in.
Yeah, you couldn't build that stuff today with the environmental stuff. But should someone be able to rebuild their house? Yeah, probably.
Probably.
I would think so. Same with Hawaii. Like, you can't take Lahaina off a setback in Lahaina.
No, and these were businesses that were there. It wasn't homes. It was businesses. It was like the town, like the core of the town.
Yeah, it was a great little town. It will be at some point if they can.
Yeah.
Start rebuilding it.
That's crazy. That's really crazy. And in California too, the whole, I know we joked about it earlier, but the whole homeowners insurance thing.
Yeah.
Huge problem.
Oh yeah, I think it's going to be. I don't know what's going to happen with it. It's a bad. I mean, the losses from LA are just astronomical, right?
It'll be the biggest loss.
Ever. Yeah, it's the most expensive disaster ever, right?
Yeah.
40 billion or 50 or I don't even know, or is it 10? I don't even know the number. It was something you can't even like.
Yeah, just no. I thought it was like hundreds of billions.
Maybe it's 100. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was like ridiculous.
Yeah, so I think they're trying to change some regulations on that stuff right now. But I mean, if you're a home insurance company, I wouldn't blame you for pulling out of California.
No.
Right? I mean, it's just like you can't charge the correct rate.
But you can't charge the correct rate. But then you have people, like if you're financially fine, it's not that big of a deal. But if that's like kind of all you got, and moving in California is not that easy.
No,
it's pretty expensive here.
Yeah.
So it's not like you can sell your house over here, go over here. I mean, you can sell here and go into like Sacramento area.
Yeah.
But now you're having to pick up your whole life to go elsewhere, and then you might not have insurance over there either.
Yeah. Well, California makes it hard to move because of our property tax rate. It's set when you buy it.
Oh.
So there's a bunch of There's a bunch of so basically it's set when you buy it, and there's like a max that can go up every year. So there's a ton of Californians, right or wrong, that don't think about it. If you've had your house for 40 years, say you paid $100,000 for it 40 years ago, it's now worth $2 million. If you move and buy another $2 million house, your property tax basis is the $2 million. I think they've changed it for older people and retired people where they can carry that tax basis over. But having a property tax based on your sale price restricts movement.
It's also too, you don't really think about, like, your house burns down, you know, you have to go through the whole cleanup process. So your whole life is just gone. There's nothing, like we talked about. It's not like there's like, oh, these documents are still here. Thank goodness. Like, your whole life is just gone. Yeah. Gone. And then you have to go through the cleanup process. And now you have a lot. But, like, then what? Like, now you have to try to go through the whole insurance thing. You have to go get building permits. Then even if you go get a check from the insurance company, here you go. Here's your check. No problem. Yeah. Oh, yeah, here's your building permit. You still have to build the house. Yeah. And then now you're in a neighborhood that's everything's under construction for years. Years. Yeah. Years. Like, that's a long road.
Oh, it's way too long. We toured the disaster response center in Altadena. I don't know, it was March. I've never been in one of those. It's a center, and all the state agencies and everyone man it 7 days a week. So when you lose everything, you can go in. I had never. It was eye-opening how many agencies are in there that agencies and companies that you may need to see if you've lost all your documents. You think like Social Security, water, power, sewer, homeowners insurance companies, passport, Social Security, driver's license, like banks, car insurance, contractor state license board, like county, community health. And there's probably 30 agencies that were in that building that you literally have to go like...
You got to jump through hoops of each one.
Yeah. Oh. I mean, as you know, you lose one of those things, it ruins your week.
Oh, it's a huge
like you lose your license, you're just mad at yourself because this is going to take a week for me to figure out how to get a new one, right? And think about losing all of that stuff at once.
And you lose everything. And then, this happens on Thursday. You have to go to work on Monday.
Yeah.
You can't just...
Yeah,
You can't just not work.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just, and now your kids don't have a school. So now you're figuring, it's just,
Yeah, and I think, and I had a number of friends that lost their houses down there talking like, we want to get the building permits, we want to get going. I'm like, I don't know if you want to be the first house back.
Sure. Yeah.
Right? It's like living on the moon. You know what I mean? Like, your friends aren't there, you're living in a construction zone for 3 years. The schools may not even be open. But I mean, I would say the same thing too, but you start thinking about it, it's like, be interested to see how many people go back to those areas in LA. Because if you have kids and you have to move away for 3 or 4 years, you might not.
Now you have a new life.
Yeah, you might not come back.
Woof. Well, I need to pee, so we'll just wrap it up there. Thanks.
Thanks for having me.
Yep, always good to see you. And
you as well.
That's it.
Keep on keeping on.